A lot of state leaders have some ideas on what Governor Gina Raimondo needs to do to improve the state's overall picture, and 10 of those general ideas are summarized in today's edition of the Providence Business News. The paper's editor is Mark Murphy, and you called on roughly a dozen experts to make these suggestions.
Yeah, people from academia, people from the business world, people who are relatively new to the state or who've been here a while but maybe have left, have a little more perspective. So yeah, it was just the idea to get people thinking about what could be done right now.
All right, and she's been talking about how she wants to change things as quickly as possible. So here are some of those suggestions. Support small businesses. There's something that's been heard a number of times. The small business community complains they're kind of neglected in the state overall picture. Also, fix the infrastructure. And here is a suggestion that we haven't heard as often. Start the bonded finance projects now. These are the bond issues that have already been approved.
Yeah, so for instance, in this last election, a new College of Engineering for the University of Rhode Island, a transportation infrastructure hub, arts groups, and also redevelopment of brownfields in various parts of the state, and clean water.
All right, now the list also includes finance historic tax credits, and here's a big one that I know there are a lot of complaints about. Eliminate or streamline those crippling state regulations.
I think the largest thing that we hear, the most consistent, is the fact that there are so many different regulations covering the same thing from different legal entities, whether it's the federal government, the state government, and then local governments. And I think that a lot of businesses find that they spend a lot of time and money, because time is money, trying to comply with the various regulations that exist. It's not that regulations are necessarily the problem, although some don't like certain kinds of regulations, but more importantly is that they should be transparent, they should be consistent, and they should be simple to deal with.
There's an editorial that goes along with this list of 5. There are actually 10 suggestions, which you can read in full in the paper. But an editorial suggests that the first 4 on the list we just showed should be done immediately.
Well, yeah, because we think that as one person that we talked to said, this is a patient in critical care, on its last legs. I mean, Rhode Island, the governor has talked about a lot of long-term fixes, changes and improvements in the climate, and that's all quite important to do. But the state really needs a kickstart. I mean, when you talk about small businesses, one of the things is to give tax credits to small businesses when they hire people, perhaps to when a business starts, eliminate the corporate tax for the first 5 years of its existence. These are things that are going to help improve the job creation climate, which is really what we're talking about.
And there's much more about all of this in today's Providence Business News. And Mark Murphy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Frank.